In this video, we're going to look at Business Assessment Task 4, which is our HR assignment. So basically, as a business owner, you're expected to know the legal and ethical frameworks that are going to apply to your industry. And you need to know what you need to have in place if you are to employ extra staff. So for this task, you're going to pretend you're going to employ 2 new staff members. One of them will be a remedial therapist and another one will be a receptionist at a clinic that you are currently the manager or senior therapist at. So in your HR policy, you need to make sure you include information about position descriptions that are suitable to a receptionist and a massage therapist, what the minimum qualification requirements are for each of those roles, what your business philosophy is, what your staff training policy is, performance monitoring and reviews, so how often is this going to be done and in which format, what career progressions and pathways are there for these staff members, things regarding payroll records, so what do you need from them to be able to process their pay and how often is that going to be done? And are you going to be putting them on as a full-timer, a part-timer, a contractor? Equal opportunity, okay, so what is that going to involve at your workplace? What are the record keeping requirements? How long do they need to keep documents for? And also what documents are they expected to maintain? Client confidentiality, staff requirements and expectations. So that can even include things like, are they expected to be there a certain amount of time before their shift starts? Staff meetings, uniforms, all things like that. Procedures for compliance and how to handle complaints. So whether that's a complaint that's brought up against them or if they've got a complaint against management, someone else in the workforce. You also need to create an employee detail form. So this would be a document that you would give to the employee when they're starting, so that you've got all their contact details, bank details, super details, ABN. It's got to have on there what kind of employment they will be in, and then details related to registration and compliance in the industry. Okay, so do they even are they with an association that's going to be able to allow them to have provider numbers? Once this is all done, there's then going to be an observation that's linked in with this. So with the observation, your trainer is going to observe you taking your new employees, so the new massage therapist and the new receptionist, through the business and explaining those key business objectives and the staff expectations to them that you've outlined in the HR policy. Now with that HR policy, that needs to be a minimum of 800 words and you need to upload the HR policy and the employee details with this assessment. If we click on the rubrics down the bottom, you'll be able to see that this is what your assessor's going to be looking at when they're marking your work, but also when they're doing the observation with you. So making sure that what is in your HR policy is the same as what you're explaining to your staff members. Any questions with this, please talk to your trainer and they will be able to give you further instruction.